welcome. It's Saturday, guys. The weekend. Oh my god. I do miss doing our pole shift news on air, but it got to a point where people just took the piss on people that were supporting, and it grew bigger and bigger to the point where it just weren't fair. I just thought, no, there are a small amount of people that are supporting what we do, and the rest of them are just taking advantage of it. So it's become life, hasn't it? That's why we moved it all over to Patreon now, and I'll try and find some enthusiasm to get all the equipment out tomorrow and do an Earth Elf at a glance, because I think we need to keep track on that, and maybe even update the website. So how's your week been? Tell me in the comment section. I'll tell you how my week's been. It's been good. New job, very high security. I can't really talk about it, what I'm doing, because of the sensitive nature, and it's just not wise anyhow to broadcast it, so we're not going to go there. But things are going well, and I thought I'll put myself on a dating website. I know, and me, I live on these things. It's not 6 months that go by where I go back on there. I keep, for some reason, meeting women in every other country apart from this one. Yes, sometimes I do, and I guess anyhow. After a 23-year marriage, I'm not necessarily looking for anyhow a British woman or an English woman. So in any case, if you go on my track record, you're going to find that I haven't dated one of those for maybe 10 years. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to have a liberal conversation here, aren't we? Where Jean just talks about, for once on all these videos I've put up on YouTube about dating. So my mates hate me sometimes. They love me. They think I'm their lion. So I've had some relationships with women that don't necessarily last long. We try these things out and they don't work. But I've dated plenty of women from Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. I married one from Lithuania and divorced her. And then there was Poland. We had a bit of fun with the Polish girl, Eva, from the village. The milker, the cow milker. Then, we went to Africa, Tanzania. I married a Tanzania woman, divorced her. Married an English woman, divorced her. So, I've got a track record here building up, haven't I? And you never saw or heard this side of the story to me, but that's the way I am. I've dated someone from Hong Kong for about 6 months. I had a short relationship with a woman from Vietnam. Where else? Oh, the Philippines. Yeah, I had a relationship with someone from the Philippines for a few months. And there it is, guys. You don't have to date women from your own country, from your own community, because the world's a big place and it's become a lot smaller in the last 10 years. You could jump on an aircraft for $500. It's going to get you pretty much, if you're smart and shrewd about choosing your tickets, it's going to get you wherever you need to go. But just be careful, because I went to Thailand, stayed in Bangkok for a few days, then flew over to Khon Kaen, which is mid Thailand, and then travelled 4 hours by car to near the Laos border. And that's where you meet the real people of the country. And all of these countries, the cities are the worst place for any destination. Yeah, they look good on your photos for your Facebook if you're into doing all those posts, but the real people lie way beyond the pyramids, if you get what I mean. And if you drive, that's the thing. People just don't have a clue. I was telling my sister this week about this. I took my other sister with me to Egypt, and we're travelling along there, and all of a sudden we've stopped before we've had 10 minutes of travelling, and we're picking up an armed personal bodyguard to accompany us to another part of Egypt that we're going to. It's about a 3-hour, 4-hour drive. Not sure what it's called. Loss. Is it Loss or something like that? Anyhow. And that tells you everything you need to know about that country, that you need an armed bodyguard, because if you're in that coach and you're travelling to that destination, you're going to quickly understand why they have put someone with a machine gun on that coach, because it is poverty, and Egypt's run on tourism anyhow. So anyhow, it's Saturday and we're talking about, I suppose, relationships. And I would love to hear your true stories. If you've got the balls to put them in there, I've got the balls to talk about it, my relationships. And I'm going to really push the boundaries in a minute when I tell you what I've done on a dating site. I might as well tell you now, actually. I have put on the dating site that I'm looking for 2 playful women. Can you believe that? I know, I'm cheeky. I don't know how it's going to go. It's a little experiment. Let's just put it out there. Are there 2 playful women that are willing to share, one bed, one relationship, and all of us work together, to accomplish what we want out of life? Travelling, good food, nice destinations, and, comfort, security, and happiness. Is it even possible? Well, I'll just put it out there anyhow. So I'll let you know how I get on with that. And what else can we add to this? What's been going on in the week with the news? Well, we might as well send our governments the telegram that we're no longer friends. That's for sure. Because they're just taking the piss now. They can't fucking fix things. The world is broken. I've said this before. You type in any country and then cost of living crisis, you're going to find out the country's broke. The people that are running the country haven't got a fucking clue. A good example is the UK. How many chancellors of the exchequer have we had in the last 5 years? Everyone that looks at the books knows this country is broken. And, corrupt as well. They are absolutely corrupt. Right down to the last grain of salt. And the general public know it all around the world now. It's not a relationship between just, what's going on with the UK. This is global on a massive scale. You're in Australia right now. Got some bacon frying in the frying pan and some eggs. The problem's with you as well. You're in America. You got your pancakes going. Problems with you as well. Canada. You're going to be adding maple syrup. Problems with you as well. It's everywhere. A shit show. Simply because they can't handle the fact that, all this technology, is good, but comes at a price. reduces labour force, reduces, the ability for a human being to obtain money in a monetary society, or the society which we live. Let's just say that. So, let me know what's going on in your world in the description down below, or the comment section, should I say. Be interested. I really would love to know what's going on in your life. And be personal as well. You know what? We live in a very open society now, don't we? No holds barred. So just let me know what you've been doing this week. I'm interested. I'm going to read your description and I'm going to put a thumbs up on it. You take it easy, guys. As always, bye for now.